there it goes. Now let's just see here. I always got to do this. I was pretty sure I had this right today. So we'll see. How about that? I was sweating that one a little bit. I did that all on my own. YouTube changed the whole format. I thought Terry was going to blow his brains out on the phone with me trying to figure out the new thing on YouTube. And Terry took me through it once, and I don't need a whole lot of schooling. I picked
Sometimes.
it up. Terry's a good teacher, so I did it all myself tonight. And when that thing didn't come up, I went, oh my God. I'm going to start making excuses here. So we're set. We're set. Terrible for you folks in California.
Oh, yeah, we are so sorry. It just seems, from being here and, and just catching on the news, it just seems like one fire after another, like it's just never ending. We're so sorry. Everybody losing their homes and just being evacuated and everything that goes with that shit is just horrible. So certainly saying a little prayer for you guys. Donko, I hope all you guys out there are good.
It kills me is the animals, the wild animals that can't get away from that. And animals that are abandoned, trapped in barns, trapped in kennels, and just insane.
Trapped between my legs and on my feet.
She is.
Hey, Bassett.
Xena is needy.
I've never watched Yellowstone, and I told Don the other day.
You're recording it.
You are tonight?
Well, I don't know if it's on tonight. I've started recording it. Xena.
But we've not even watched it yet. Yellowstone.
I said I was recording it.
Good. The whole series.
Well, series 3, episodes.
Good.
Whatever, I don't know. We'll
Good.
catch it sometime. So,
Hey, Shauna.
everybody's going nutty for a millet report. I promised it. I promised a detailed millet report with illustrations.
Xena.
She's some kind of wound up tonight. I don't know what it is. The millet report, I thought we'd been here 5 years. This month is 4.
Yeah, we've not been here 5 years.
This is 4. This is the first year we had shit for crops. This was all planted in soybeans down here. I was able to scatter some millet out. That became my love affair with millet. Very late in the season it came up. And in those 4 years, I have never had a crop like I've got going on down here. Everything from the barn. This impoundment up here has some real problems because of all the rain. But that millet is, some of it's over top of my head. And the chufa, I didn't know chufa got that big. It's up to my belly button. Some of those areas down there. Sorghum's doing great. The millet is just out of control. And the sunflowers and the doves. I think you're my hunting buddy, and all the doves have left. They're gone. And just these mass hordes of blackbirds come in here in the morning, and she points them out every day. She's like, oh, look at all those birds. Like, yeah. Watch where they're about to go. Whoosh.
Chicken says birds like cannabis. There you go. Kill 2 birds with one stone.
Into the sunflowers. I think they bully the doves and push them out of there, but yeah, it's not good. So I'm doing everything I can to get the doves in there. Oh, girl. It's okay, girl. Something's wrong with her tonight. Should we talk about the Michonne real quick?
Yes.
I think I talked on here before. I did a little video about taking Michonne up to the vet for her hips. And this vet wanted to take x-rays and she pulled her leg.
She's on Michonne. That's what she's doing. She's hurting Michonne.
Get out of there, Xena.
Xena, get out of there.
Get out of there.
Come here, Michonne.
Idiot.
God.
Mighty girl.
Get squished.
Her wanting to do all these crazy tests. I get the COVID thing. I know that running a vet. Will you fucking guys stop? Aunt Coda. Stop it. Stop it. Running a vet office with 4 or 5 vets in there has got to be expensive, and all the staff and everything. But I know shit when I see it. And she's giving Michonne these things because Michonne's back legs are having trouble. And she took Michonne's hind leg and she pulled on it. And at the end of it, she goes, yeah, I don't know if you caught that, but when I pulled her leg back, she pulled it away from me. Really? Isn't that what they were supposed to do? It just, like, I don't know what, but it got to me. And she wanted to do x-rays of her hind leg, and I kept reminding her, that is a farm dog. It looks like the pet, and we love it, and we'll do about anything for it, but it is a farm dog. There are limits. And the other day, I get the phone call. From the vet. And it's like anybody that goes to Jiffy Lube, when they call you out, when you're sitting there with everybody else, and they call you out and they say, Mr. Shipley, could we talk to you? You know it's coming, man. And she called here. And she said something about Michonne's liver was slightly elevated. And she wanted to do a urine test on Michonne to see where we're going to have to go with this. We got to get a better idea of what we're dealing with. And she said, now I can provide you a cup, whatever that was, to catch her piddle. And I just didn't say anything. I think she got it after that. The slightly elevated. And it's like, okay, now I'm really looking for a new vet. So, did that make sense?
If somebody's telling you to stay in your lane, are you a vet? Stay in your lane. Big Hammer, are you a vet?
Big Hammer. Yeah, it gets expensive. There are limits to all that, and I get it, but it seems like they are shoving these, Xena missed her shots. I got her first shots, the ones she needed, and nobody contacted me. About 2 weeks she needs her boosters, and so we had to redo the shots, and don't get me started about vets. I do pretty doggone good by them, but Michonne is, bottom line, Michonne is not in line for the throne of England.
Anyway, the vet put her on some pills and put her on these supposed to be chewable little treats. Well, nothing is a treat and chewable to Michonne unless it is liver. So Don's having to crush these things down painstakingly and put water in it and use a syringe and give it to her twice a day, but we think it's helping.
We think it's working.
We can tell that she's feeling better and she's jumping up on the chair and on the couch. Oh, Big Hammer, I forgot that was you. Aren't you a vet? You asshole. I forgot that was Big Hammer. That was Greg. I thought maybe he was a vet on here.
He's just
calling you out.
So, no,
Stop, guys.
my dogs, I'll do about anything for them, but when I got to run around chase Michonne for a piss test so you can go up there for a slightly elevated liver thing, that's not a big deal. That was her words, too. We just need to be sure what treatment we're going to... Okay, shut up.
Okay, excuse me, just a minute, please.
Yeah, you guys...
Come on, guys. Let's go.
You guys got to get out of here.
Come on, here we go. I know you guys think we ought to oil this door. Every time we do one of these, and we should, so anybody got any door oil, bring it down here. I got to tell you all the story of this friend, acquaintance, employee, whatever you want to call her. Dawn and I used to hire this little gal. Our cabin at the back of the property was just a red tin roof that held out over the porch. And so nobody with any weight whatsoever could get up there and get all of the leaves and the debris off over the fall and the winter time. So we would get this little skinny girl, she must have weighed 80 pounds soaking wet, to get up there at the beginning of the season with a leaf blower and a broom and get it all cleaned off before they would start. Well, I got a phone call this morning from my daughter, and bless her heart, that little girl, which is married, went into a Mexican restaurant that we frequent back in Chesapeake, and there's cameras all in there. They've got pictures of her having Mexican with somebody other than her husband, and then there's film of them walking through the restaurant and going up to the cash register and looking around, and then they hightailed it out. What do you call that?
Dine and dash.
Dine and dash. And that Mexican restaurant put that up on their Facebook page with all of the pictures and all the live footage, and oh my God, everybody started writing in who that was.
They knew who it was, and yep, they knew who that was.
They knew who it was, they knew who he was, and then the real husband's father got on there and started writing in about, yeah, that's my son's wife, and then the husband got up there. I just found out a few minutes ago and wrote up and said, hey, I'm the husband. Y'all just keep on making comments. I'm enjoying this. So bless her heart, she's going through a divorce. Oh, now when they got you on footage, you know, and you didn't pay your bill. Oh, Lord have mercy.
She's not, it's just a very small town.
Yes, they skipped on the
with
check.
Hundreds and hundreds of comments and shares. I mean, it blew up. And then the guy she was with started apologizing, saying, I left the money
under the chip basket.
Under the chip basket on the table.
But if I didn't, I will pay you 3 times the amount that I owe you just to take this awful social media.
Well, they had video of them. I mean, full-on video of them eating and getting up from the table. And everybody was commenting up there saying, not only is he a thief, he's a liar.
Yeah.
Bad. It was, so that was, I was even on there today. I usually don't get on much of that shit, but I knew the girl, and damn.
It's bad.
Damn girl.
It's bad.
No way, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they skipped on the check.
So everybody was writing up there and saying, her and her husband are separated, and then somebody else would say, that ain't got a damn thing to do with not paying the bill. Just awful. It was awful. So that's our little gossip that we've got from back home today. We love that shit. Oh, I've got to show you guys this. If I can, I'm gonna get you down there, Michelle. This is just absolutely
easy.
so pretty and so heavy.
Doesn't let me.
So
Oh, God.
I don't know if I can do it justice. This is this side of it. Of course, it's the American flag, U.S. Navy SEALs. Can you see the Diane Shipley?
Huh? Keep going. Raise
Senior
it higher.
Chief Diane Shipley.
Raise it higher.
But this is thick wood, and it is waved. This flag is waved, has been cut like that. It's absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very heavy. We just got this, so we wanted to thank you.
It's Mark McFadden.
McFadden. This is heavy.
You're going to give yourself... Thanks, Mark. I'll give you a call in the morning.
Yeah. So beautiful. Thank you so much.
And Suezo made another really, really nice donation down here.
A really nice donation, and
He's
a much needed donation this time of year with the trouble that we've had with the crops and the rain and all of that shit. We could have used a donation about right now. So it seems like you always come through at the right time. You just got a knack like that. So thank you very much, Suezo. We appreciate it. Swazo. You'll always be Suezo to us.
That's right, you will.
And I liked your blue eggs that Trucker Dean brought to me when he came back from your party. You know, that is an awesome flag. It's I don't know where we're going to put it up. My son-in-law just had us a great shadow box made that we showed you guys on here that lights up with our grandson's turkey that he killed. And so we hung that up in the office, and I really would like for this to be in the office. It's so pretty so that we can see it every day, but it just might have to go down to the barn next to the gun cabinet, which would be fitting because that's where all of the guys, all the wounded guys go. That would be very fitting for it to be down there. It's very, very nice. I've seen plenty of wooden flags, but I've never seen one that actually had the waves in it like that. It makes it it really makes it special. It's beautiful.
Favorite bourbon? I don't really drink Jack a lot. I don't know. It's my favorite.
He likes that. What is that shit that's got the red poured plastic over the top of it?
Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark. He likes Maker's Mark.
Different. One of my favorite all times is Mekong. If you can get some Mekong whiskey from Thailand, you just drink that shit straight. It's. Oh, I thought you were talking about me drinking whiskey straight.
Oh.
Oh boy, he busted some. That's a hot one too. That is a hot one, man.
Woo-wee!
God damn these dogs.
Sorry. Mekong whiskey. Never heard of it.
She made up the bed this morning, and she goes, "What happened?" And, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Your side of the bed's all wet. What happened to you?" And I said, "I don't know." I went in there, and right at my pillow down is this huge wet spot, right about in this area. And I go, "Okay, figure out who that was." Xena plows up in there. She just stays wet all day long. She never gets hot because she just flops out in the swamp, in the bogs, in the pool, anywhere. And then she gets up in there to take her frequent nap. She's still young, so she naps a lot. So, yeah, she got me. I don't know.
It's on your side.
Yeah.
Yes, Radar, I'm full on hippie. I've been hippie for a long time. You're late. You're late to the ball game. You just catch up.
Yeah. Miss Shawn, there's nothing. She just does that shit. Mekong whiskey. If you guys could get some of that. I think it's a... it's not a really hard whiskey. It's whiskey, but you just sit around with a bottle of it and just drink it straight. I drank a lot of that stuff. Good stuff. Okay, where are we? Hot load. Ugh.
Clean up. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Some kind of California whiskey, I guess. I don't know.
We don't ever make it past the Smirnoff section in the vodka, and we don't ever make it past the Jack Daniels. Shut up, Michonne.
So it's been really hot here. Our daughter left. There's nobody been down. That's the biggest problem. Is this whole virus thing. I think we're forgetting more and more about it every day, just because we're getting so used to it. But there's been nobody down here, and the daughter's not been down here. It's been hot as hell. To go do anything, and anything to take the boat to go to a nearby restaurant or something, this shit's closed. And so we decided to take Greg and his girlfriend out to go to a local island here. We're going to go boating. And he asked me, "When's the last time you run that boat?" And I go, "It's been a couple of weeks." He's like, "You haven't run that thing in a couple of weeks?" And I said, "No, it's fine. I start the engine, I get the water out of the bilges and shit like that." He goes, "You need to be running that damn thing every week. Just get it out and really run that thing kind of hard a little bit." And so I said, "Okay, well, before we go out, I'll take it out." So I went out there yesterday morning, untied that thing myself in the morning, started that engine, and put it in gear, and went. I mean, I was, and it was going nowhere.
But it was raining anyway.
It was like I was tied to the bottom by something. Tied to the bottom. And then the engine started overheating, and I was able to somehow turn that sucker around and get it back. She's not even awake yet. Tied it up, and then I went down, got the trailer, this is a 24-foot long boat, pulled that sucker out, and you couldn't have stuck another barnacle on my outdrive.
Now I was in the Navy, and I was a bosun mate. I've never seen anything like that in my life. It was fucking awful. Oh,
Propeller
God.
caked, the outdrive caked, every bit of it was thick barnacles and covering the jets to get the water cooling. I've never seen anything like that, and I started scraping, man. And I started scraping, and then I got this barnacle paint. She went up and got it, and I put that paint on.
You pressure washed it.
Stunk. Zena ate more barnacles. She just sat there and ate them as I was scraping them. And we put it back in the water today and hauled the mail, man. So I don't know if a lot of this weird weather has had a lot to do with that, because I've never seen anything like that. Not out here. So it's got to get it out once a week and really run it hard to knock some of that shit off of there, I think is what I didn't do. So
Well, I would like to see
there's Terry.
how much it costs to get one of those boat lifts. I know they can't be cheap, but a lot of people around here that live on our little neck of the woods have got them, and boy, how nice it would be just to press a button and have that thing pulled up out of the water, a little bit, because it's a pain in the ass. It's just me and him here, and we sort of have a makeshift boat ramp that Don, built himself, and so we're fighting the tides and all of that shit. It'd really be nice if we had one of those. I have no idea how much.
EPA, they're tough, and they go right up your nose.
Well, everybody around here's got them.
Yeah, I think we're a little late to the party. I think you're going to clip me, but good, these environmental studies and all that other stuff. And Greg, barnacles are a bitch to scrape off. I had a chisel and a hammer, and I had a chisel about that wide going down. But I got them. You just beat them a bit, and you scrape them a bit, and I got it off of there. And now my outdrive is gray. I sprayed it with a zinc paint, barnacle keep away stuff.
$36 a can paint. That's some expensive shit.
All for a good cause. So,
Yeah.
Somebody asked about the Grand Master. Yes, I have his records. I don't know what to do with them. Army records are really complicated. Let me tell you what's going on here with this other phony that I got as well. The Department of Homeland Security is really screwing up my work. You can't get Coast Guard records back anymore. Anything with the Department of Homeland Security. So one of the guys I'm dealing with right now is retired Secret Service. He's a intelligence agent. He's a former Navy SEAL, intelligence agent, retired Secret Service, and a deputy sheriff, all rolled into one. And I already invited the big hammer. We're trying to figure this out. He's charging $850 for his seminars, and he's none of that. And I know he's not. But you can't get any help from the Department of Homeland Security. They won't verify. And even my brother's a retired Secret Service agent. I asked him. He goes, off limits, man. You can't access that Homeland Security. You can't get Coast Guard records because they're in there. Either way, Army records are all 10 kinds of fucked up. Maybe if one of you Army guys will help me decipher them. They're easy, but that Grand Master dude was in the Army and out of the Army, in the Guard, out of the Guard, what it really appears like, as he got discharged in E1 when he was at the exalted rank at one time of E5. But it seems, unless I'm mistaken, that he has shut the fuck up. After that accidental discharge that he had with his black militant group, and the one guy fired off a round or a burst. I don't think anybody really knows, but he wounded 3 dudes in Atlanta, I think it was, or Kentucky, with the Breonna demonstration. All those black guys in the black gear and all that shit, and somebody had an accidental discharge, and the Grand Master got up there and defended that like he knew, and he got everything wrong. They ripped into that dude from the type of gun he owned. He didn't even know what the type was, and everything else about it. And I haven't heard a peep out of him. And so I hesitated a little bit. We worked hard on some stuff to letting a sleeping dog lie sometimes, but if he's doing some new shit up there, I'd like to know about it. Johnson, I think, was his name. I have it. But he's the Grandmaster. Somebody's going to help me out here. Grandmaster J.
Yes.
Grandmaster J. And we have his name. We have his records. He did serve in the Army. Appears he had a little trouble. But who hasn't? So, and we had the guy tonight. The ones I really like verifying are for the women. And when they send their thing in for me to check, I can tell they're checking on their husband. And I love sending those back because I think we can hear what's going on with that last one. I verified her husband tonight. Oh my, all those years of you telling those stories. And then we had a gal contact me back after I verified it in July. She contacted me back. She says, I hate to bother you. I don't believe it, but he told me that you have a deal with former SEALs that you won't tell people they actually were SEALs. And that's, he
Is that
said,
the one that said he knew me and you?
yeah, he said, I know Don and Diane really well, and what Don doesn't tell you is he has a deal with people like me and a lot of other SEALs where people check on us. He won't tell you that I'm a real SEAL because we don't want that getting out. And I wrote that girl back, bam! No way. No way, girl. And they do that a lot. I know Diane Shipley. We had I had one gal cuss me in capital letters. How dare you? How dare you and Bradley at my expense have fun with me? He told me about you guys laughing after you verified him, you know, what a fool I felt like. And, huh? I don't know that Bradley clown. He lied to you, girl. He lied to you again. So.
Dean says that you can get one of those boat lifts anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. We could start saving up for that. We could possibly do that. $5,000.
Why don't you go hit the streets, girl? Shake that money maker.
I'm afraid I'd have to pay them. Let our girl in. She's out there crying. She won't stop.
Come on. Come on. Well, she's been in the pool again.
Oh, God, she's soaking wet. Yep, she goes for a swim in that pool. About time to take even close the daggone pool up. I can't believe it.
Well, what we have to do with the boat lift, because I've looked into it, I mean, I know people get it. It's not as easy as it sounds here because everybody want to get paid, and the city and them are no different in the studies that they do. Thank God I don't have to replace the dock, except the top board's what I did. But you need to get it the right size. What I would not do is get it specifically made for that boat, because that is not my Chesapeake Bay dream boat. It's a little bit bigger than that. It's an old wooden work boat. They call them dead rises here. But you'd have to be careful in that aspect that you wouldn't want to have to upgrade that thing to a larger boat later on. We'll look into it. We can do it. We've got the plan here. We're going to stay here for 10 years and then we're gone. Just when the dogs are dying, when we get that 70 mark, get this place all good to go. I think when we're old and crippled at about 70, and get the 10-year plan thing going here, I guess. So.
I've actually, you would think at our age, and you would certainly think when we get to be 70 that we would stay with what we know. I mean, that's the way most people do it. Stay with what you know. You know, either Virginia, North Carolina, right down there where my daughter lives, close to the Outer Banks of Tennessee. Go with what you know. But we just might bust a move and go some damn where that we've never been. And I've been on there looking at Wyoming, and I was looking at Idaho this morning. I actually really love the looks of Idaho, but it's a pain in the ass to get in and out of the good parts of Idaho. I mean, it's like a 2-day ordeal just once you get there. So
You can't stand cold weather.
Wyoming's not cold. Is Wyoming cold? I thought,
Woo-wee!
Is it?
See what I deal with here?
is Wyoming cold? I thought Wyoming was ranches and horses and buffalo and all that shit. That's what I want.
Guys,
I didn't know Wyoming was cold.
she is hot in the summer and cold in the winter.
So are you. You are no damn different than I do. You whine like a little bitch with the heat, and then you whine when it's cold. You do the same thing. I don't know who you're
I
trying to
don't know
fool.
who the hell was out here bush hogging all these sunflowers today, but I didn't
Hi,
see you out there. Hey, Rachel.
I didn't know Wyoming was cold. I mean, then I was looking at Montana, Helena, Montana, Billings, Montana, 2 or 3 other ones. And man, there's some pretty ass places in Montana. But now I know Montana's cold. So I don't think at 70 years old my little arthritis would like cold weather. But I also don't like. Oh my God! Look, move your head and let them see what's going on. Can anybody see
What are you
Coda
guys doing back
humping
there?
on that dog? It's
Stop
awful. It's awful.
Oh yeah, he's going for it there.
Negative 25 during winter. Okay, screw Montana. I'm not. I mean,
here
Wyoming.
goes
I'm
Cena.
not going there. No.
It's bad over there. It's
Just
really
move
bad.
your head.
They can see it.
They can over your shoulder. Look and see what's going on. Look at Coda. He absolutely loves humping on Warrior. It's awful. Well, maybe we'll just go to Tennessee. I know what in the hell that's like.
We'll be fine. That's just what I'm appeasing the old bird with. She's really wanting to go closer to her children or closer to her sister. And I said, we got 10 years. Here's what we're doing. We're sticking it out till these dogs start dying off. And then we'll be okay.
Well,
Still
we
have
did.
some life left in us. We can go to some tropical place or whatever you want to do. She's followed me around all the time. I said, when we were 70.
You won't take me nowhere tropical. You won't take me nowhere tropical. You're talking out your ass. I know you won't. No, we're not staying
I
right
just
here.
tell her things.
My sister and I have come up with a plan. We've decided that Dennis is going to die before her. We've decided that Don's going to die before me, even though I'm the oldest, just because God's going to pay Don back for all the shit he's put me through.
Guys, that's enough. Stop. Hey, there's somebody out there. Somebody's here. What's going on around here? What's going on out here? Sean? Come on, get out there. Get out there and go get him. See what's out there.
Sorry. Oh, I wouldn't go to Portland.
Oh, my.
Nothing.
Oh, my. I'm putting together some shit there.
But I do love Puerto Rico. Would not want to live there. Spent a lot of time in Puerto Rico. Would not want to live there. We lived in Seattle for a little bit, and I loved visiting Seattle, but I wouldn't want to live there forever. It rains too damn much.
Portland, Maine.
But we don't want to go to. Sorry,
getting
don't
bad.
go. I don't want to go to where it's. I mean, I couldn't live in Oregon if my life depended on it.
Getting really bad. Really bad. There are some of the stupidest people on this planet. Stupidest people on this planet. I don't know what's there's only two kind of people that want to see the police defunded or just completely gone, disbanded. And that's the
Crooks, criminals.
galactically naive and insanely stupid, or the criminals. Because those pesky police are in their way. But in utter insanity to walk through this earth and think that everybody is going to come together and kumbaya each other. We're all going to hold hands and walk to the sunset. Let me tell you, that MS-13 is going to cut your fucking head off. Some of these other gangs around here, I'm about sick of watching some of the shit on these Facebook videos of people being beaten up by those gangs. You know, that deli owners today that got beaten up, that truck driver by these thugs. They're not protesters, they're rioters. And it's disturbing beyond words that anybody else is giving them the absolute time of day. And the world is watching. Look what they're doing in Belarus. They have the military protecting their monuments. And I don't know. When you single out an entire community like police from the actions of just a couple, and you scream racist, you're the racist. You're the one that's labeling everybody from the actions of just a couple. And when you scream at me and other people like that, you scream racist and all that other stuff, and you're lumping all of us into that one thing. You're the racist. It ain't us. You're the racist. So just the whole thing is just deeply troubling where this country is going and what we're allowing them to get away with when we should be in there and stomping their asses. And Joe Biden and the rest of them that'll just kiss their ass and just let them do what they want, appease them. I think we're in a lot of deep trouble. I think this place, if any of that goes on, is going to turn into Mexico. The cartels and the gangs controlling all of this. And it's going to be, what it's going to be is too late. Once you get rid of those cops, it's going to be too late to take it back. And they're already walking off the job and nobody blames them. But when an experienced police officer walks off the job like that, he takes all that years of experience with him, all the things he's seen, and they're not all bad by any stretch. You got just a teeny little who make mistakes when they're scared. If you want to ask me about defunding the police, I'll tell you what I think. Instead of defunding them, you should be giving them a lot more money. You should be throwing big bucks at the police departments and get that extra training in there about handling some of these situations. They got some of these simulators. I've been through them before. Shoot, no shoot simulators. They take them through these things, and it's really crazy. They're yelling at this guy walking up the railroad tracks, and he won't stop. And they're yelling him, stop, stop, stop. And he won't stop. And they finally get him, and the guy turns around, and he reaches in his pocket, and he throws out this card that says, I'm deaf. And, you know, it's a shoot, no, you know, these things like that to train the cops and train them in some other restraint technique, all this other stuff, and get them better equipped. And you ought to be offering incentives like they do in the military, like re-enlistment bonuses for good police work. Solid police work where you don't have any kind of issues over a period of time, and you get that bonus at the end of the year. There's a whole lot more ways of doing this right now, but that shit ain't going to work. So.
John, I didn't know you were in Montana. I didn't know that's where you lived. And when you say you wouldn't live anywhere else, that's what a lot of people say that live in Montana. My brother-in-law lived there, and he absolutely loved it. He loved it. And I hope your boy's doing good with his new career in the Navy. I hope he's loving it as much as we both did. Where is Chuck? Chuck must be on here now. Hey, Chuck. I shot everybody in the simulator.
No, that's what we used to do. Better training, better pay. They've got everything going on here. But you look at some of these police departments. I used to train the cops. I used to contract.
Lily, I saw
Many
the
of them
thing
took
in Clearwater, Florida about the whole Trump thing, and it was absolutely amazing. And we had one right here in Cambridge yesterday. We didn't have as many people as Clearwater had, obvious reasons. We don't have the population you guys have, but our little Cambridge put on a pretty good show. Did you see any of that? It's good.
Yeah. Somebody do something. We're in a lot of trouble. Did I piss you off when I got on that roll? It seemed like you were.
No.
Got me off of it pretty quick.
No.
Really worried. Very
Worried.
upset.
I'm really worried too.
Very upset. They would do that. I heard they did it in Austin. And I look at Chicago, at Fox News, that New York City police officer, the crime has increased in triple digits. The shootings are out of control. And there's not going to be anybody to call, man. Nobody. So, it can come to you. Gotta think of something there.
But it's been, Don was talking about the boat and the barnacles and just not having anybody down and all of that shit. And it's all true. And I'm always bitching about getting my pool opened up, but I'm ready for some fall. I'm ready to have a little fire out here in my fire pit and a sweatshirt and short weather. I'm ready for that. I'm over this heat. It has not been a good summer here. It's not been good at all, and we haven't got to enjoy it with anybody. So
Privatize local police departments. You can't do that. You have to have that experience out there. And when you say that corporations want to privatize, that's what Blackwater did. Blackwater was that corporation. Blackwater, and I was one of the first guys that went. And before the Navy knew what to do, and the Army Special Forces, thousands and thousands of years of spec war experience, went right out the door to go to Blackwater for a bigger paycheck. And we know what happened at Blackwater. So the police departments in this country now they don't need private police departments, I can tell you that. You are reinventing the wheel, and some great, great mistakes are going to get made out there. That's what happened at Blackwater. Blue jeans, beards, and machine guns got the better of some of the guys over there. Some terrible things happened. You got the police now, you don't need private. I don't know who the hell would think that would be a good idea. You don't know the city. You don't know the area. They don't know anything. Bad move, man. Bad move.
I did use my stimulus debit card. Don told me to throw it away. Thank God I didn't listen to this dumbass, because he's like, you throw that shit in the trash can. That is a scam. It's a scam. And I made some phone calls and listened to you guys on here, which told me, it's real, it's real. And I called, and yes, I did. I got to cash my stimulus check. I thought we were getting another one, but I guess we're not. I just opened that door to let them dogs in, and there's about 3 or 4 mosquitoes flying around in here. They're terrible.
Defund is a misnomer. Huh? If there was something nice about that, all the police would be on board with it, dude. There ain't nothing nice about it. Not that I... Keep me going. Okay, I'm confused. So... Yeah.
Well, yeah, Donko's saying the cops don't want to be social workers, and no, they don't want to be social workers, and that's what they're tying their hands like they were tying SEAL team hands, with all the.
The thing is, to defund, when you talk about that, or decommission, do whatever, they're talking about getting rid of the police, and it's all. I don't give a shit how you want to put it. I've watched them. I've seen the protests. I've seen the Black Lives Matter people screaming at the top of their lungs, white and black people, defund the police. That only means one fucking thing. And it ain't a good thing. It ain't a good thing. And there's just, I don't know what people think. It's like Al-Qaeda calling for us to defund the United States military and people listening to them. Yeah, that's right. Those pesky ISIS guys. When that shit went on, the Taliban started crying about night raids by SEALs. And so they stopped them. We don't. Those guys are coming in here at night and killing all of us bad guys, and it's got to stop. By God, if they didn't stop it too. Careful what you wish for out there. Yeah.
I'm hungry. I said I'm hungry.
Accurate, only pure idiots. There's a bunch of them out there. And there's a bunch of them with the New York City not taking sides. They ain't there yet, but they're going there. I watch the same shit everyone else is watching. And it's tough. It is a bad, listen to me, you. It is a bad time to be a cop out there right now. These guys are pulling plug and leaving. They can't do anything. They have to stand there and take it and be spit on, gassed, and lasered. That's no way to be a police officer. It's no way to take those insults. No. No. Stop. No.
If I was a cop, I'd probably quit. I wouldn't be able to stand there.
No.
I wouldn't be able to stand there and let some little 17-year-old dressed in black spit on me. I wouldn't be able to do it.
It's bad, and there's no support for them over that. If it's any consolation, that guy that killed that black guy up in Minneapolis, he's getting it bad every day. There's not a cop or prison guard that doesn't walk past his cell telling him what he's done today, what has gone on today that he's the cause of. You know, these store owners being beaten, they're sacking Chicago's downtown area, truck drivers beaten and robbed and burning and looting, all that. And it's all because of you dumb shit. I don't particularly want to see it. But. What else you got?
I don't have a thing. I don't have a one thing. I'm
Right.
just sitting here being good.
Okay, well, it fires me up.
I know it does. Fires me up too, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm off of it.
Well, no, you can't be off of it now because everybody else is fired up.
There's
we
other
try.
ways of doing it.
We try on
See,
here, and we say, and I guess we do contradict ourselves sometimes because we get on here and we say, this is not a political site. We're not going to talk political shit on here. We're not going to talk about this or that. And then something happens in the world that just infuriates us so bad that while we're telling everybody not to talk about this bullshit or that bullshit, that's not what this site is about, we can't help ourselves because we're human.
Well, I think
we're
all
human.
in there. We're all older,
And we are all worried. All of you and
all.
all of us, we're all a little bit scared. We're very scared for our children, our grandchildren. I'm worried about us in our old age. I mean, I really am. I'm worried about what's going on. So we're sorry, but we're only human. And I think that a lot of us get on here, and it's sort of nice for us all to be able to talk about things that are bothering us and to share our opinions. I think it's okay. So, but we apologize if we're offending anybody.
I haven't even watched the news for a couple of days. It's so insane.
Well, I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to watch it tonight.
Maybe all of the members and us on here should conspire to put together a series of YouTube videos titled "How Not to Get Killed by the Police."
Yeah.
Step 1, don't fucking run away. Step 2, do what you're told. Be respectful. Shut up. How about that? How about that? How about them apples?
Remington is doing okay, except we got a video from him today. He sent it to his pap, and he wants to come back. I think when he's here, he was already here for like a week or something before they left him here, and he gets to where he wants to sort of go home. I mean, he is only 3, and then as soon as he's home, he wants to come back. So we just need to move a little bit closer so that it's not a 4-hour track when we get him.
Okay, we'll get off of that. Fires up. Okay, stop, everybody. Everybody into your neutral corner, and stop running away from the cops. That latest one there, I don't know what happened down there at I shot that black guy 11 times. And it's the media that does this. See, I could tell you how mass shootings happen. I can tell you the solution is the media can't report on it. If there's another mass shooting in this country, the media cannot report on it. That's the bottom line. You want to end mass shootings, you don't let the media report on it, period. Now, will that happen? No. But that's where people get it. I've talked on here that, they see that. Other people see it. And people do anything for attention, good or bad. And so you're going to get this town going out with a bang, man. I'm just going to kill a bunch of people. I'm going to get all over the news, and that's how people remember me for the worst. But it's the media that is just doing all this. It's getting bad. So that guy, what they didn't show, I guess the police chased him for half a mile trying to get that knife off of him. And I guess they tased him a couple of times with no effect. I don't know why they didn't shoot him in the ass, or I wasn't there. I know guys get scared, but when he opened that door to go inside with that knife in his hand, that's all they had to be thinking about. Man, he is going to get in there and start waylaying a cashier or customers. I mean, that's what they had to have been thinking about. And so you got to put yourself in that situation. Why all of them decided that would be the thing that needed done. The tasers aren't working. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but well, that's where
Sure is snoring loud.
that's where it's going here with the supremacists and stuff. Is that everybody's hoping for a fight? And what did we see the other night? The protesters go to Sturgis. They went to Sturgis to start trouble. Now, they weren't there to get into a fight or make their point. They wanted their asses beat. They wanted those bikers to kick the shit out of them. What better place to go and start trouble than Sturgis? To get your ass beat on camera and just to show how docile you are and how vulgar and vile everyone else is while you're trying to peacefully protest. They didn't do anything, so good for them. Okay, that is it.
You ready to eat some hamburger helper?
Is there anything like that? No, we're not even there yet. No, 52. Mistake. Pictures of attention. Shauna, that's right. It never occurred to me to want to get the shit kicked out of me. Really? Really? I'll. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that happens. And that happened here in Cambridge. Right in front of the courthouse here with Dallas Wiggenfeld. 68 years old. What do they call that? He's elderly. Elder abuse. I have never taken that much shit off anybody in my life without seriously thrashing them. I wanted nothing to do but choke that motherfucker by the neck and blacken him and blue and silly. And that's what I told that judge there when he accosted me and Diane in that parking lot, that insane phony up here. He wanted me to beat the living shit out of him. So I would have been in jail. And that's what I told the judge. I think, sir, Your Honor, the only thing that saved him from what he did to me, that extraordinary provocation, is I was able to get in the courthouse. Had I been going down a block away to the pizza place with my wife to eat, we'd have never made it. And I would be sitting where he is now and going to jail at your sentencing. And you goddamn right, people want their ass beat in front of the cameras. They wanted those bikers to beat the shit out of them so they could have got them all in the media and got them all. Yes, there are people out there that will do that. There are people that will put their legs in buckets of ice water in front of a hospital till they have no choice but to amputate them. There are people that shoot their legs off with shotgun. They want to be amputees so bad. There are some weird people in this country, and dancing with rattlesnakes at church ain't got nothing on some of the antics that people do around. Weird stuff. You guys never heard of people sitting in the hospital parking lot and putting their legs in ice until they freeze to death, and then they let them know, and there's nothing they can do but amputate? They want to be double amputees that bad, or to shoot them off with a shotgun, amputate their own limbs. There's some really weird people around here, so I wouldn't put it past anybody to beg for an ass whooping so that you'll go to jail. I'll have the last laugh, and I'll sue everyone at Sturgis and South Dakota and everyone else for allowing it to happen. And I'm the antagonist. Don't get me started, man. I've been antagonized before. What do you think? How do you like me now?
Hi, Sparks.
I think I burned out.
No, I'm okay. I'm just intense.
It is intense. I'm really tired. The COVID thing is getting to everybody. Really getting us down here. We're trying to figure out some smart things to do, and I mean, you can't even turn on the news now. It seems like everybody has taken this insane opportunity to make shit worse. If it isn't the virus, then it's the fires in California, Antifa, Black Lives Matter. China's watching us. The Russians are stirring up shit. Pelosi, Schumer, Trump, everything. It seems like there's just nothing good going on. And my dove's left.
Night, Shauna. Night, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I guess Terry's reset the video. Sorry we're intense. It's been an intense day. I can't help it. We'll be lighter the next time. How about that?
There you go. Billings. How about we get to... We love everybody out there. We're old and we're scared, and we want our way of life. We want what we worked for. And Norman Rockwell is fucking gone, man. Norman Rockwell has left the building, and it is a weird, weird time of equality, and I am all up for it. You will get your equality, but if you don't cut the mustard with that, then don't blame me for it. Everybody should have a fair shot, but not everybody is going to be able to make that shot. So, and I just don't get what everybody is trying to do with all that.
Night, guys. See you later.
Okay.
Thanks,
Good night.
Terry.
Good night, folks. Thanks a lot, Terry.